Welcome to day 17 of my 30-day self-love Pilates challenge. Today is a full body practice. We're staying close to the mat. There are some moments of challenges, so I invite you to be curious, do what you can, and meeting me on your back. Getting really comfortable onto your back with your knees bent, feet about hip distance apart, and just bring your hands down by your side. Taking a moment to connect to the four corners of your mat, as well as you start to connect to your breath. Full breath in, let the belly, ribs expand. Full breath out as you let the belly fall. Let's just do one more like this. Full breath in. Let it go as you breathe out. Keeping the hands exactly as they are, head heavy. Can you start to lift your legs to tabletop? So one leg bent and then the other. You might even want to bring your hands to your hips or your lower belly and really think about wrapping through the sides of the waist while lifting the belly up and in. Take a full breath in. Exhale, can you start to tap your right toe down? Inhale as you pull it back to center. Exhale your left toe down. Inhale back to center. Now we're going to start by alternating with your toe taps here while trying to maintain your lower abdomen connection. So really drawing everything up and in. Now, as I mentioned, today's practice, we are pretty close to the ground. There is a little bit of 4-point kneeling. Otherwise, you're onto your side, onto your back, and you're welcome. So let's just go for 3. Last 2. On 1, bring the knees up, turn the knees out, keep the toes together. Now, can you hook your right ankle over your left? We're going to tap your left toe down only, and then bring it back up. Tap down, exhale, and back up. Can you start to bring the hands behind the head? And if you would like, we're going to start to add your crunch. Tap down, bring your left foot up, and then lower. Exhale, lift. Tap down, back, and lower. So it's almost like a little diamond shape you're creating with your legs. And start to notice what happens in the body as you add the crunch, as you start to become a little bit warmer. Let's just go for 3, for 2. On 1, hold your crunch and hold the legs together. Now we're going to tap both toes down and back up. Both toes down and back up. You can always lower the head, but keep the knees out wide. And let's just go for 5. 4. Keep drawing everything in. 3. 2. On 1, lower the head, hug the knees into the chest. And just start to bring the knees out wide, almost like a little happy baby. Taking any pressure off the hips, off the lower back. Take a full breath in. Exhale, we're going to hook the left ankle this time over the right, head stays down. Exhale as you lower your right foot. Inhale back to center. Now you also might start to notice your hip flexors, your quads turning on. It is okay. They're allowed to. In fact, it's good. However, if it's bothering you, you can always just slightly pull your knees in towards the chest. But strengthening your hip muscles are just as important as strengthening your core muscles. Next time you lower the right leg, find the crunch, lower, back, and down. Lift, lower, back, and down. Choosing the layers that suit you today. And remembering to honor however you're feeling. If it took all your energy to be here, I get it. Some days I feel the same. So maybe the crunch is just not invited to the party. Let's just go for 3. Last 2. On 1, hold your crunch and then bring the right leg back to meet the left. We're going to tap both toes down and back. Now if it feels more comfortable to uncross the toes, uncross the toes. Otherwise they're coming down, knees bend. Coming down, knees bend. Just for 5, 4, 3. Let's go 2. On 1, hugging the knees in, lower the head, and just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Rolling onto your right hand side, bending through your knees, and just bring your elbow or your bicep as a pillow. So your hand can be your pillow, or like so, your bicep. Bring the top hand to the hip and start to lift the heels higher than the knees. Take a full breath in. Exhale, can you lift your top knee for your clam? Inhale as you lower back down. Exhale, left knee lifts, and then inhale, tap it to the right knee. Really think about peeling the left knee up and pushing it down. Creating your own resistance as you move with intention with each shape. So matching the breath, exhale, lift. Inhale as you push it back down. Holding up on 1. Now can you keep the top knee exactly where it is? Now your bottom heel comes down and then back. Bottom heel comes down and back. Nothing changes with the top leg. It's a little distraction as we start to fatigue into the top glute. Just lift and lower the bottom heel. And you are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, holding up on 1. Now from here, top knee taps the bottom knee, and then heels kiss. Knees kiss, heels kiss. Rotating from the hip down and back. So think knee down, heel down. Checking with how it feels. Embrace every feeling because you're in control. You decide what the shapes look like. Let's go 3, 2, on 1, heels together. Just hold the top knee up for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, close the top knee, bring it down, take a little shake out, and then when you're ready, can you come onto your belly? Hands are gonna come underneath your shoulders, and then can you just start to tuck the toes, press yourself back to a child's pose. Drop the hips to the heels, and let the fingertips just creep forward to the top of your mat. Take 1 more deep breath in, and staying for your breath out. Inhale, can you start to roll forward, finding your half plank. So knees are down, toes are untucked or tucked, your choice, and arms are straight. Take a full breath in, we're bending the elbows, and we're pressing back to your child's pose. We're coming forward. Push up to a child's pose. Now you may already know this about me, but I'm not the biggest fan of push-ups. So you might be thinking, why am I adding them? Over time, if you keep doing them, we become stronger, and maybe just one day, we'll start to enjoy them. They're not that bad though, so especially when you're doing a child's pose in between. If you would like to ramp it up a little bit, let go of the child's pose and just come down with your push-up and back. No matter where you are, can you keep the elbows running along the body? And try to drive with your chest rather than your chin. So we're pressing into the earth. Exhale back up. Let's just go for 3. Last 2. Final 1. Press all the way back to your child's pose. Take a full breath in and full breath out. Start to tuck the toes, press into the palms to find your downward facing dog. Pedaling out through the feet, right to left, left to right. You might want to play around with your hand positioning. 1 more deep breath in here. And on your breath out, can you start to just lower the heels, really grounding down. Take a full breath in, lift the heels, roll forward to find your plank. And then press back to find your pike. We do this a few more times. Lift the heels, roll forward, plank, press back to find your pike or down dog. Think about this movement coming from your lower belly as it lifts the hips to the sky, and then it's pushing you forward to your plank. 1 more here, rolling forward and hold your plank just for 5. Press away from the earth for 3, for 2, on 1, drop the knees, untuck the toes, and just start to rock back and forth. Let's just go for 3, for 2. On 1, coming all the way down onto your belly. Keeping the hands under your shoulders for now. And really start to press the tops of the toes, your toenails, and your hip bones into the earth. Take a full breath in, lift the chest, lift the head, keep the hands down. Exhale as you lower. So think about squeezing through the mid-back and the glutes. Inhale as you lift, kind of like a little baby cobra. Exhale as you lower. 1 more like this. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. This time you lift, can you start to slightly hover the hands, keep the elbows in. Exhale as you lower back down. Inhale, lift, hands hover. Exhale as you lower. Now start to bring the hands out into a little cactus, squeeze the shoulder blades, and then lower. Let's just go for 3. Squeeze, come back down. This is 2. Last one here. Coming all the way down, hands come down, tuck the toes. Now take a full breath in. Exhale, can you press yourself up back to find your plank? Downward facing dog. Now we're going to add all these shapes together. So we're going to come forward to a plank. You're going to drop yourself to the earth. We're going to lift and squeeze. Exhale, lower. Press yourself back up. Inhale. And then downward facing dog. So let's do this a few more times. Roll forward. You can always drop the knees to come down to the belly. Lift. Come down. Tuck the toes. Press yourself up. Downward facing dog. Personalize this combo as much as you can. And find a variation that makes you feel strong. Or maybe you're here to challenge your practice today. And if that's the case, I'm so proud of you for showing up. We have 2 more. Last one here. Coming all the way down onto your belly. You can lower the knees and can just lift the chest. Keep the toes down. Hands come overhead, elbows to ribs. Hands overhead, elbows to ribs, just for 5. Keep pressing the toenails, the hips down. This is 3, 2, on 1. Come all the way down and just drop to one cheek. Shake out through the hips. Press yourself back into a child's pose. And we are going to even out the legs. So making your way up, coming down onto your left hand side, knees are bent. Bring your top hand, your right hand to your hip, and just bring your hand or your bicep to support your head as a pillow. Lift the heels, take a full breath in, and as you exhale, can you peel the top knee up? Inhale as you lower back down and tap. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you push it down and tap. Now we have done these shapes before, so remember you can do it and just acknowledge how this side feels. And really think about pressing the heels together as you aim to keep the hips stacked and stable. So we're just opening and closing the top knee. You are here for 5. We are holding up in 4. Let's go 3. Embrace the shakes. 2. Holding all the way up on 1. Your knee comes to the highest point without the hips opening. Bottom heel lowers and then it connects to the top. Tap and tap. Like a little dance move. And if you notice the knee starts to drop, can you actively press it back up? Use your breath. Inhale down, exhale lift. Lower belly is pulling in. And you are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Can you hold? Now top knee comes down and then top heel connects. So knee comes down, heel taps. Knee kiss, heel kisses. Think about this movement coming from your hip. So we're rotating down and back up. And back. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Connect the heels but lift the top knee and just hold. Lift it a little bit higher for 5, 4, smiling helps. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees down, bring the heels down. Take a little punch, a little shake out. Send it some love. And just press yourself up and we're going to find a 4-point kneel. Take a full breath in, untuck the toes, drop the belly, eye gaze forward. And then as you breathe out, tuck the chin to the chest and dome through the upper back. few more just like this. Drop the belly, eye gaze forward, breathe in. Exhale as you dome, tuck the chin to the chest and breathe out. One more here. Drop the belly, eye gaze forward. And then shake it out, dome, tuck the chin to the chest. Finding somewhere between the two, so nice happy medium. And we're going to start to come onto your left forearm. So just your left forearm, right hand stays exactly as it is. Now can you hook your right ankle over your left and fan the knee out like a little diamond shape as we did before. Now we're going to lift the knee out to the right and then tap the heels together. Lift and tap. So it's a very similar shape to what we did when we were onto your back. It's the same variation, except now we're in a 4-point kneel. This shape gets into your outer glute pretty much straight away. So really important that you come back to the space, back to your breath. And remember your why. Things start to get a little bit sticky. Let's go 5. Holding up in 4. Let's go 3. Holding up in 2. On 1, right knee comes up and hold. We're bringing the right knee to the elbow, back to the hip, and tap back down. We lift, tap it in, back, and lower. Lift, knee to elbow, back to the hip, and lower. Now a hot tip, if you keep pressing into your right hand, your left forearm, things start to feel a little bit more stable. It's not going to hurt any less, but it does make you feel really strong. 2 more. Last one here, and hold the knee to the elbow. Now we're going to extend the leg long, knee to elbow. Extend the leg long to the sky, knee to elbow, and press. Notice where you feel this. Bring your attention to your glute, your right glute. Tell it you love it. Tell it you are so proud of it. And let's get some nice peachy glutes for 5, 4, 3, final 2, holding it out on 1, little lower, little lift. Keep pressing the toe away from the body for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Bring the knee in, take a child's pose, extend the arms long, and staying for your breath out. We are going straight to the other side. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me. So this time we're coming down onto your right forearm. Press into your left hand and stack the shoulders over the wrist and the elbow. We're going to bend the knee out to the left and then hook the ankle over the right. Lift and then lower. Exhale, lift and lower. Now this can be a little bit of a funky shape to begin with, especially if you haven't done it before. So remember to give it a go. To remain really curious, you might just surprise yourself. Also, this leg can switch on a lot quicker because the body knows what's going on. It's smart. It's like, hey, we've done this, it hurts, so it's going to tell you quicker. Let's go 3. We are holding up in 2. On 1, hold it up. Bring it into the elbow, back to the hip, and lower. Lift, knee to elbow, back to the hip, and lower. Oh, my glute is so sore right now. That's okay, we're getting it done. Think of your happy place and think of how far you have come. You have 3 more. This is 2. On 1, exhale, lift, tap it in, and then extend it long. Keep pressing away from the earth, knee to elbow, extend your leg long. Left leg is moving, to finish off your glutes for this practice for 5, 4, get ready for the pulse, in 3, in 2, on 1, can you hold, little lift, little lower for 10. Think about pressing away from the ground. This is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, bring it all the way in, come down, take a child's pose. Say thank you to your glutes for their hard work. And we're going to finish off on your back with some core. So just making your way down onto your back, however you would like to get there. And bend the knees just like we did at the start of your practice. This time your hands are coming overhead, fingertips just stacked over the shoulders, palms facing the knees. Take a full breath in. Exhale, can you find your crunch? Inhale as you lower. So really spread the fingertips, lift and lower. Exhale, lift and lower. Now, rather than thinking about how high you can get, can you think about sliding your ribs down towards your hips and drawing your sides of the waist in? So we're really trying to tighten everything into the midline. Now let's go 5, 4, let's go 3, final 2, on 1, lower the head, keep the hands lifted and start to bring the legs to tabletop. Now we're going to add on from this shape. Take a full breath in, exhale, you crunch, right leg extends, inhale back to center. Exhale, crunch, left leg extends, inhale back to center. Can you start to point the toes, think about length as you open the hip and come back. Next time you extend your left leg, can you tap your hands around your right thigh and back? So we're creating a little circle around the thigh and back. If you are short for space and you don't have space to curl the hands around, just bring them forward, tap and back up. But if you have the space, make the most of it. They can even start to go overhead and back. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2 more. On 1, hold your left leg long, keep the hands down by your side, and can you just pump the palms for 5, 4, we're changing sides in 3, in 2, keep the crunch on 1, change the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, 1 more each side, left leg long for 5, keep the fingertips spread for 3, for 2, on 1, change, 5, this is it, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hug the knees in, lower the head, bring the knees out wide, and grab a hold of either the knees or even the ankles for a happy baby. Super attractive, so let it happen. Let the lower back be heavy as you start to take pressure off your hips. Bring the feet together, knees together, and just start to lower the feet, rolling onto one side, pressing yourself all the way up to a seat. You can sit cross-legged or kneeling, whatever feels comfortable. Bring your right hand down, left hand up and over. And let's change sides, left hand down, right hand up and over. 1 more each side. The right hand down, left hand up and over. And then left hand down, right hand up and over. Bring both hands down by your side. Start to roll the shoulders, maybe the head. And just bring the hands to heart center. Slight tuck of the chin to the chest. You might even like to bring the hands to the space between your eyebrows and your chin. And I want you to invite your awareness inwards, thanking yourself for showing up, for moving, for doing something just for you. Take a full breath in and let it go as you breathe out. And start to bring the eye gaze forward, maybe blink the eyes open if they were closed. I'm so proud of you for doing this class, but also for doing the challenge. And I will see you tomorrow for the stretch class. Mwah.